Agawan Base. Agawan Base is a popular Filipino children's game often played in open fields or streets. Its name roughly translates to capture the base. The game's history and evolution are closely tied to the culture of street games, also called larong kalye, in the Philippines, which developed as a form of entertainment for children, especially in communities without access to modern toys or organized sports. Like many Filipino street games, Agawan Base fosters teamwork, strategy, and communication, strengthening friendships and community ties. It encourages running, agility, and coordination, providing exercise in a fun, competitive way. It's usually played in urban or rural settings, often without strict rules, making it accessible and adaptable. Over the years, as modern technology and gadgets have taken over children's attention, games like Agawan Base have become less common in urban areas, but they still hold nostalgic value for the many Filipinos who grew up in the countryside or during times when outdoor play was more prominent. Here's an overview of its mechanics. Game requires at least 2 teams, usually consisting of 3 to 5 players each, though it can accommodate more. Each team designates its own base, which can be a physical object like a tree, a chair, a post, or any agreed upon it. The goal of the game is to capture the opposing team's base while defending your own base from being captured. Players must also avoid being tagged by the opposing team while they attempt to capture the base. 2 bases are established at a reasonable distance from each other. Each team must stand guard near their base but can also move freely to defend or attack. Players decide how far apart the bases should be, but they should be close enough for strategic play, yet far enough to make capturing challenging. Each team stays near their base at the start of the game. On a signal, players can either defend their own base or attempt to capture the other team's base. A player can be captured or tagged by the opposing team if they venture too close to the opposing team's base. If tagged, the player may either become out and sit on the side until freed by a teammate, or the tagged player may stand near the enemy base as a prisoner until rescued. Players must strategically divide the rules between defense and offense. Some players will stay near the base to defend it, while others will move towards the enemy's base to attempt a capture. To capture the base, a player must touch the opposing team's base without being tagged by a defender. The game is won when a player successfully captures the opposing team's base by touching it and returning to their own base without being tagged. Teams can play multiple rounds with points awarded for each base capture.